actually pretty much out of grain here. So what am I going to do? What I'll do is I'll bring in some goods that I can stock up Edinburgh with. Things that I have almost overproduced around here, like that honey. And okay, Ludwig is on the rampage as well. So I think that Hunter 4 has got his work cut out for him. Son of a gun. You take care of Ludwig. You're taking care of... Okay, I don't know what he's doing. He's following ghosts. Will the Mediterranean towns grow if you don't bring them stuff? Yes, but it's slower than if you bring them stuff. Might seem that we're just doing simultaneous encircling here, but I have 10 percentage points faster maneuver than they do. And now that I take down their sails, I have a lot faster everything than they do. Return to Lubeck. Well, the guy that I just found can return to Lubeck. Hunter 4. And Lubeck probably wants grain. No, they don't. Well, I mean, I'm not super keen on hanging on to this grain for no good reason. So goodbye grain. Goodbye extra ship. Get that thing repaired. Might as well get Hunter repaired. These prices for joining new cities are getting utterly ridiculous. Okay, where in the world did they disappear to? I lost sight of them, which isn't good. Oh, I know they're out there. That's the annoying thing. They're gonna strike when I least expect it. Okay, but still, I had the wild card, trying to pick up some goods to sell elsewhere. Like loads of brick. Brick is always good. Why do I have so much brick here? I want to get those metal goods and that pitch. Hell, I just want all the everything. Some of them are needed over in Haarlem though. So our people movers are over here, and we're just going to dump the sailors over in Aalborg. And that's going to up the population by 600. And we'll get them back up to Bergen. We did quite a number on the Bergen population. But if you look at that, it's almost completely recovered already. Because they gain 20 people a day. And that's during stagnation. Could be better. Could be a lot better. All that meat. Jakey headed for Novgorod. You know, I only slightly doubt that. Well, he's not there right now. I don't see him there. So I'm okay. Has the university finished its storage stuff yet? No, it would notify me if it had. I wish I could build more universities. 241 here. I could build one in my other town, but I need to build up the town itself a bit first. And for that we need the ministry done. And there's a whole load of things we need for that. Look, take my goodies. Deedle-doo. Still in need of hemp, they say. Right, old Slappy's back. And wow, he's got a lot of goods. Dump them here, my friend. Dump them here. And then get out there to Barl. So yeah, sadly none of these have grown up yet, but it takes quite a lot of time, so no problems there. Just dumping lots of stuff to be sold when it's needed. But I also want to do that up in Edinburgh. Thirsty for some honey up there. And very thirsty for iron goods. I'll fancy that. But still, I haven't brought Edinburgh the grain that they so desire, and they can't make any any beer without it. Raw material required. Raw metal required. Okay, well, too bad. Work faster, grain farms. That grain needs to flow. No CB Novgorod right now before they ally with Riga. That's daft. Okay, so remember I said for the longest time, oh, Novgorod's holding out. Well, not anymore. The place is starving. Well, not starving, but despite producing 2 types of food, the place is enjoying a drought. I see like a couple of hemp farms and a grain farm, and basically I should be able to buy Novgorod. Not too difficult. If I wanted to buy one of these houses, okay, it would cost an arm and a leg, but it would cost a whole lot more. Patrician house they want 3 million for, which is ridiculous. Buying houses is a money sink. Speaking of money sinks, how's the Lord doing over in Flanders? He's still kind of happy. Hopefully he'll offer me a decent thing now that I've got his happiness up to 91%. If it's over 90, he'll start offering you what you want. So DDR blind returns once more. And Haarlem is crying out for beer. Well, onwards to Istanbul. I'm thinking, do I need even more people in Aalborg? I want these grain farms and my smelters running fully, and that way I can get the grain everywhere, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. But there are a lot of problems that I'm completely avoiding because I went to the effort of producing lots and lots of wood and clay early on. And one of the main things is the ability to build like this as easily as I am. There we go. Part of that is also in building up all these houses which demand tons of clay. But because I have clay and wood going out willy-nilly from these places, and okay, maybe not enough wood. Maybe not enough wood. Damn, what's going on here? I think I need to speak to my wooden movers. So, really I only have 3 of them going out. There's Woodberg Steve, Woodberg Ikea, and Woodberg Higgins. So if I look at you, you have a 16-day trade route that involves these places. If I look at Riga, what's their 10-day demand for wood? 189. So I'm probably going to need to expand on these quite a bit. Now you already in Riga. Drop off max and load max. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to save Wood East. And I'm going to grab a spare boat and tell it to do that as well. This one's tiny. I need a big cog that can do that. And you're going to be Woodberg 4. Again, grabbing another name from here. And what Twitch God puts in HMS wank. Sorry, but this is a PG-13 stream as always, so away you go. I like the name Money Grab though. And I'm just going to load that very route because I just want someone else doing it. Get to work. It also gives me yet another captain to level up. You know, you really can't go wrong with having tons of them. And if I start looking through all the captains that I have, some of them are getting pretty good. Look at this guy. Steve is my greatest captain. 5 navigation, 5 repair. Trade could stand to be better, but combat doesn't matter at all. You can pay to level them up, but I see that as a waste of money. With the exception of getting your first one up to level 3 navigation. Oh damn, some of these guys are just amazing. I guess the auto ones will probably be the best since they've been doing it for the longest. Cephalia is doing amazing. Admiral William, also amazing. Okay, this is probably the best Asuka. But yes, all the time of trading is really paying off. Lovely. And it means I can pluck them away if I need to do more expedition routes. Don't really need to do run right now. Alright, where's my head at though? That completely distracted me from what I was trying to do. Yes, the point is I still don't get enough wood out, so where's the rest of my wood brigades? You could probably stand to be better here, but I also want you to drop off more wood in these places rather than just visiting them. Load and unload max in these places, please. Bremen and Hamburg don't matter because I don't have anything there, but I also need to make sure that my administrator in Edinburgh wants to hold on to a certain amount of wood. 2,000 might seem excessive, but I firmly believe in holding a fair stock of supplies in all places. I don't know why Groningen has it so low. Good. I don't know how people slag off the bagpipes. It's actually a pretty good sound. I'll put it down to no taste. Oh, but I also need to check on that old git over in Flanders. He's still somewhat happy, but that's not ecstatic. We need a fast ship called Uncle Adolf. Okay, when we start researching new ships, then we can get onto that. So, how's the population in Bergen? It's looking pretty damn good. Pretty damn abductable to me. Although I don't have nearly enough work in the salt mines as I think I would like. Also, didn't I want more wood and clay being dispatched from here? Yes, that was what I was trying to look at there before I got distracted yet again. The wood for Higgins, yeah, that does the east, as does the money grab. IKEA does all this. And I want to save that again. Wood west. And then there's Steve, who does the center. Including Lubeck, probably don't need to do Lubeck. But could I check on one of these? Like Malma, for example. We checked in there, it has pretty much no wood. None of these guys. Okay, well, Rostock produces salt, so they eat wood like crazy. Malmo need wood for their wooden tools. What that's telling me is that Steve needs to be a bit better at what he does. So I need to grab this. I go Aalborg. Aalborg, I have a counting house, so please load and unload max. Rostock, loads and unloads max. Stettin, I don't work there. Malma is where I have it though. Load and unload max. Just in case. IKEA, I told you to shift this up, right? But good, it still says max. I'm always a little cautious that there might be absolutely nothing there. Okay, that's fine, but I can also... This is the wood west. Who was the center again? You're the center, so... Wood center, I also want you on another cog. And what luck? Well no, I want an actual proper size cog here. And again, you're going to be wood, berg, 5. And what name do we have? The SS Sweaty. Are you really the 5th one? What does it matter? You're doing wood center. Also, some of these old ones can go away. If it doesn't have a decent naming convention, then I'm not interested. Good. That should help disperse quite a lot of the wood that I've built up in Bergen, because I'm going way over storage capacity here. And the wall has been well expanded as well, but hey. Since we do deal in these goodies, I should probably start thinking about that. So, if you've been around for quite a few of these Patrician streams, you ought to be rewarded for sitting through all this incredible boredom. Because whilst I might be having the time of my life, I'm sure there are people watching just going, when's he going to play something else? This is so dull. So what we're going to do for you is we're going to grab some of these sawmills. And I'm going to... Well, first I want to point out that there's a bit of a problem when building here. This wall, you can't build outside of it. There is an absolute limit of where you can build in this game, and this wall is pretty much covering everything. I think there's a little bit that it's not covering here, but Point is, I want to build outside a wee bit, so I'm going to build... what am I going to do? What the heck am I going to do? Nice thing is you can demolish for free here. Alright, I see it now. I'm gonna build there then. Looks pretty good, right? So I'm gonna demolish some of this stuff, because who needs it? Really, who needs it? So it might seem like I'm doing absolutely nothing of use here, and you're only a little wrong there. Only a little wrong. So you might wonder, what is that? Well, you're right, what is that? Why don't we work on what it is, by doing much the same here. I think I goofed that one by just a wee bit. You gotta be careful what you do here, because it can muck up in ways that you don't want it to. There we go. What we've just done is we forced the wall outside, we forced the roads outside of the city walls. And now what we can do is actually build on those, like so. And we can use this as a whole new area for building on. You might say that it's invalid, but hey. And this will allow us to build more buildings than the actual walls will allow us to. So I just wanted to share that. I am in no need to use it right now. I might not ever need to use it, because I kind of want to have some decent looking areas, but I just wanted to say that it's a possibility. I think I got the lot right. I mean, sure, there are these sawmills that I've left kicking around, but hey, we're always in need of more wood, right? Glorious exploits. All places can do that. I guess this is 0, 0 of the building area, or like it corresponds to that point. and through some bug it says road has to go to 0, 0 now. That would be my guess. I don't know. I didn't make this game. I'm not going to claim to have made this game. Anyway, what that did was it completely made me lose track of what I was meant to be doing. I was probably wanting to abduct more people for Aalborg to start my, or rather keep my glorious grain trains moving. And with that, Aalborg will also be near max capacity, and I can use it for spreading more population. Gets all that iron going as well, which is rather nice. But the lack of metal goods is somewhat concerning. Kind of telling me that I need more smiths, so maybe it's Malma that I need to bring more people to. But Malma is lacking wood. It has the metal. And it has all this honey that I should probably start thinking about sending out as well. So what should I do about that? Should I start making a honey train? I don't see why not. Tell me, Aalborg, how much honey do you need? So the 10-day demand on a place like this? Okay. People eat a lot of honey. That's kind of cool. Made sense in this age. It was used for preservation as well as sweetener. So what are you going to be? The Honey Aalborg 1. And you need a name as well. Ignore that sound. That's for some reason enter is screenshot in Patrician on me. I don't even know why. What's the name that we have to pick from here? I'm not going with unban me. The Syracuse is quite a nice name though. Also really makes me want to play Caesar, but when is that not the case? So for anywhere that doesn't produce honey, I want you to go and bring them the honey. I fear that this might be too long. It's 16 days. And the 10-day demand for honey for all these places, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so it's almost like a 20-day. Okay, so I need a bigger load of boats than that. Well, still, you grab the honey. Load it all, then unload it all, and then do that everywhere. And of all these places, I think it's only Riga that I actually have somewhere here, so load and unload max. You are the Honey East. Honey Easy. You gotta be big for this, I think. Is that really going to be enough? What's that? 1,300? Yeah, that should cover everybody's needs over there, at least for a short while. I like that. I'm also going to go with Riga and tell them that when you get honey, please keep some for yourself. 200 honey? What's your 10-day demand for honey in Riga? 87. So if you have 200, you'll definitely have enough to keep supply going. But that's a short-sighted way to look at it. You should hold on to plenty of honey for everyone. Because looking at the honey situation here, Riga never has enough honey. And the more of these you keep supplied, the better a town will grow. It'll keep it prosperous and upswing, maybe even wealthy. So there we go, the Honey East goes over to Malma, grabs all that delicious honey. 20 honey, that isn't right. Right, that's the problem. I didn't tell you to load there. Get back to Malma and do it right. Much better. Okay, oddly enough, Rostock needed no honey. Are you actually selling that honey? That's because you're loading max as well, that's the problem. I wonder if I've made that mistake elsewhere. Do not load any, please. Well, you shouldn't be loading it at that price either. Try again. Okay, credit where credit is due. They have plenty of honey. Build more houses, rake in that rent. Always a good idea. Provided you have the equipment for it. Reveled needed no honey? Well, granted, they don't. But Stockholm claim that they desperately need honey, so they're no doubt going to buy tons of it. Well, that's relatively a ton. And old Slappy is back with more spices for us. Take it all. But we're also going to need to repair old Slappy here, and I'm going to want to construct a lot more boats here. Cogs, if you could, please. So Edinburgh. Increase production, increase the beer production. Yes. I'm kind of artificially keeping beer down right now so I can rake in these missions. That's what I'm going to say to cover up all my forgetfulness. Bergen is covered in people again. I need to abduct them. And how's the old Flanders guy doing? So much stuff to check at any one time. He could be a lot happier. He wants metal goods, stockfish and pelts. That's a lot of goods actually. And I doubt I have them available here. Metal goods, stockfish, well, I'll be damned. And that's him maxed out. I should be able to get more off of him quite soon then. Great. Very happy when it's nice and easy to keep them placated there. Honey cannot expire, don't be daft. It's not possible. So we'll get our goods produced over in Edinburgh for that sweet bonus. We'll get all those sweet storage costs over in Riga. Why is that? What do I have so much of? Brick, of course. And the hemp. I am producing so much hemp here. It's probably because I built all these hemp farms. Okay, I don't have tons of money right now to be making loads of buildings though. I need to think hard where I'm going to put down more things. Pitch makers needing pitch as ever. Smithies need more wood. Basically lots more wood for the center here is needed. My hemp, maybe I just have a bit too much of it. All this wood here, but it feels like it's not getting to the right places. So this looks like a job for the wild card Thagnus. Now there's nothing really that I have worth picking up here right now, except for that wood. Why do I have so much wood there? So I'm going to go to Bergen, grab some goodies and disperse them manually, just to make things a little easier for me. You should cut the slack in a lot of places. And yeah, still have a lot of salt. Do I have anywhere that's actually short on salt? Or have I drowned the market in salt? There aren't many built up places really. So no, I have overproduced in salt. I can sort that just by abducting all the salt people constantly. Even better would be to find someone that wants to take it away. I'm representing a group of 1,715 burghers and beggars who want to turn their back on this disappointing city. Okay, well that's kind of good, because I can grab the people mover, and I can throw them wherever I want. And the question is, do I want them in Aalborg? Do I want them over in Haarlem? Would Haarlem even benefit from having a large population right now? Especially when it produces practically nothing that I care about. Stockfish and wool. I could really turbocharge Haarlem with this. Question is, do I care enough to do that? It would maybe make it too big too fast. Or I could find somewhere that needs support, but those missions aren't going out right now. Notice that Edinburgh's perked up a lot more ever since I came in and provided them with jobs and a place to live. But a large part of that has actually started supporting their market ever so slightly. Feel bad if they're not getting that meat that they want. What are you currently researching in the city you're the mayor of? Double storage space, because that's the one thing I keep running out of like mad. Okay, feels like I'm doing nothing here. Let's get on that. I think I will accept those people. I'm just not sure where I want to move them yet. Malmö is an option. Housing capacity is just about to get pretty high there. I mean, you know what? I think I will take them to Haarlem. We'll jumpstart that place. So I'm gonna grab the people mover, and I'm gonna go to the tavern and say, economic refugees? Yeah, sure. 780 people will dock. Sure, got them. And since I don't really need anybody producing salt right now, we'll push them into the other industries. And I'm going to bring those guys over to Haarlem, or at least near Haarlem. And then I'm going to grab the wild card, who is full of not clay, which is bad because clay is what I need. Need twice as much clay as you have wood, really. And get you over here. So we're going to build up Haarlem even more. And old Slappy's heading over to not Alexandria. So wildcard Thagnus moves just a little faster than Higgins because he's got better maneuver there. And that's the money that I need for Haarlem here, because we're going to spend it on building up loads of houses. Otherwise the AI is going to come in and build houses for me, and I'm going to be very unhappy at them for it. These guys will need jobs as well, or else they're going to be pretty unhappy with me. Good. Plenty of space for the people, now they just need the jobs. And for that many people there are plenty of jobs in the smokehouses and the sheep farms. So there you are, we drop you off in Haarlem. 780 people off here. Boom, look at that population spike. It is beautiful. And the minister is almost done. Minister is done. We can celebrate with a meal for the poor, or if I have access to some beer. I need 8, I only have 7. What a shame. What a damn shame. Oh well, let's grab some of that wool and take it to somewhere that might potentially want it. Otherwise we make stockfish, but not nearly enough of it. Can't help but feel that that's a bit more important than the wool right now, so I'm going to whap them over to stockfish duty. So much damn salt though. Drop some off in Edinburgh and then figure out the rest. Edinburgh produces what's it called, that stuff on sheep. Produces wool, and yet it didn't seem to have a lot of it. So many little things to manage here. So many of them. And it just grows and grows. So I did a good job flooding the market there. What else can one do? At least that's really going to up its demand for many things. Hopefully I keep it well fed. Well, I mean, they produce a little bit of food. They don't seem to have much cheese, though. Are they on the cheese routes, I wonder? Do I even have cheese? Yeah, of course I do. I got the auto boat, cog of duty, and the swolled control. Maybe over in my cities they don't dump enough of it. Okay, so I'm starting to feel like I'm gonna get this done a lot easier if I go to all of my counting houses and tell them the minimum amounts of goods that they need to hold on to. And it should be the same for most of them unless they produce something else. So take Bergen for example. Everybody should try to have a decent amount of wheat. You don't produce anything that requires hemp, so you shouldn't need that much of it. Just hold on to 500 of it. Shouldn't need that much wool. I mean, what Bergen produces here is salt, so they need wood. Go figure. I should probably need more wood than most. And mead, so they need plenty of honey. Well, they'll probably need plenty of honey. And plenty of salt because they produce meat. So 1,000 of that's fine. Otherwise, they only need reasonable amounts of all other things. 500 if it gets eaten a lot of, 200 if it's fairly common, 100 if it's not so much. So I mean that's a pretty good bunch of numbers to have. And I can lock all these so that when people dump the goods there, they don't vanish so quickly. Right, that seems kind of reasonable. And then there's Malmö. I know this is terribly exciting, isn't it? Probably not for you, but it is for me. I enjoy this stuff. Jake, your routes don't go through the new towns because it is new. That's true. I'll need to see about that, won't I? So Malmö produces wooden tools, so it needs wood and metal. Pitch, so it needs wood. Double up the wood and some metal, otherwise it's good. I wonder if that means I could just load the other ones. What I can do is have a base amount. That's a pretty base amount for everything, except that's not a lot of meat to have. And I can save that. Yeah, so like I said, not a good amount there. There again, should hold 500 meat as well. This is a standard amount that everyone should adhere to. All the numbers here look good. Stockfish is still a bit low, but yeah, what the heck. We can have more stockfish everywhere. Okay, now for specifics. So here, for example, they need a lot of wood for their wooden tools and their pitch, and they need extra iron for all that other stuff. So all the wooden tools. So that's fine. Then we go over to Riga, and they produce what exactly? Salt. So they need wood. Did I not save the ones from before? Yeah, I guess I did. The problem was I was saving 400. Oh well, whatever. That's still a lot more than you could ever need of that. But yes, they produce salt, so they're going to want wood. And they produce clothes, so they need a lot of cloth. A ton of cloth. Otherwise that looks fine. Then there's groin again, which produces metal goods and stockfish, so it's going to need hemp, salt, wood, metal. Yeah. Use settings? I thought I saved some better settings and oh, I just crashed the game. Ha! And it really doesn't like me messing around in the counting house stuff, does it? Okay, well, what I'm going to do is pack up then because I've got laundry to do, and then I'm going to be back with some Europa Universalis. My laundry will be done in about 3 hours, and there's no point streaming during that time because I'm going to be in and out taking care of it. So I will see you then. I guess in the downtime with Patrician 4, I'm going to set up all my counting house stuff off stream, because this is pretty much how it's going to go for all my counting houses. And at the moment I have half a dozen of them. Late into the game I'll have one in every city. Still, for me for now, I'll be back in just a few hours.